I can't think. What am I supposed to?
Mick,
Welcome back, Corey.
well, I know, right? It's been a
while trying to figure this out.
a month and a half, I think.
Has it been that long?
I feel like it has.
No, it can't be that long.
we had an episode come out. We don't have any footage for it.
Yeah.
Had some technical difficulties as we normally do, but
I did the same with my other podcast. I changed the camera, Cheaper Than Therapy, and I recorded it in cinematic.
okay.
And just like when I uploaded, like, yeah, asshole, you don't have any space for this. You got to delete every picture of your kids.
Got to get a bigger card. Yeah, everything.
Get rid of everything of your
No one
kids.
wants to see you in cinematic anyway.
I know. I don't know the difference. I'm the most anti.
Look and see the lint in his beard.
Yeah. It's like I have nothing to do with technology at all. Like I'm horrible. I'm absolutely horrible with it. Which is funny. Segue into what we're.
I'm going to attest to that. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I'm like, what's
or at
that
least
now?
he plays it very well. But anyway, man, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad we're doing this again.
Yeah, episode 4 of the MANXIETY show.
The MANXIETY show.
Yeah.
We explained last time. And that was our own doing. It wasn't like anybody came after us. It was just, I get OCD with that. I don't want to.
I did get a message. Someone said to me, like, I looked for your stuff and it's somebody out there. I was like, aye, we'll show.
Yeah.
So they're good. They're finding it now.
Good.
But yeah, which is funny. So today, actually, what's interesting is this week is the 3rd week of January now.
Yes.
Which, fun fact, which is not really a fun fact, but it's a fun fact, is that this is the highest cases of depression are reported in the 3rd week of January.
Really?
Than any time throughout the year. You would think the holidays.
You would think
Christmas and
so.
all that.
Why is that? Because
everybody when I say everybody, the according to the statistics, the numbers of people will fall off on their New Year's resolution.
I guess that makes sense.
And then it's now I'm a piece of shit. I feel like I'm a piece of shit. I failed. I didn't do it. You know what I mean? So whatever they wanted to change about themselves, they gave up because they give up themselves. We always use the gym as an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll go to the gym and they'll bust their ass because they have no education on how you should work out.
Right.
So you brought up a great point. Like, just go for a walk. Start there. Start with a walk.
Yep.
Walk turns to a trot. A trot turns to a jog turns to a run. There's no time limit on it. So these people will go to the gym and bust their ass, lift heavy weights, go fast on a treadmill, kill themselves on ellipticals, whatever. And then the pain is just so strong that now they associate working out with pain because they didn't get an education. And when I say an education, just you can Google anything.
Yeah.
It's not like did you take
muscle
a course.
soreness.
Yeah. And it's like,
Lactic acid.
so they quit and then they feel like shit. And then what they do is they go right to social media and they look at all the hot people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they're like, I feel crap. I feel like shit. I'm terrible. I'm worthless. I'm not good enough.
Yep.
And because of that, now you are just, you're gone. You hit rock bottom again. And that's why the cases go up on the 3rd week of January.
Yep. That makes sense.
That
makes 100.
That's what happens.
And 10%.
And that's the problem with social media. And that's I guess the topic. And I'm aware of, by the way, I'm not. It's not lost on us.
Yeah.
That we use social media to promote everything.
Right.
And that's how you find us if you're listening to this.
We do. And I mean, it's a great platform, right? It's like you need a Venn diagram for social media, right?
Yeah.
It's a great platform to get out there to advertise, to touch base with people maybe you haven't seen in a while, or just say what's going on or find somebody, but then it's got its downside. And when you let it control your way of life, that's when it's a problem. Yeah. When you start comparing yourself, right?
Right. And that's the big one. I mean, look, listen, social media in general is just across the board just horrible for you it can be used in your benefit, right? You can build a business from it. If it's used properly, you can build a business for it. You can get entertained from it.
Yep.
You can just learn so much from it, right? It can connect you with certain people. But if you use it wrong and the way sadly it's been designed, it hasn't been designed for that perfect scenario, like I just said.
Right.
Hey, you want to get in contact with some business? Click on this link. If you want to do that, you know what I mean? If you want to better yourself, here, go right over here. Here's these people believe in what you believe. Let's go find those people. Are you struggling with this? These guys might be able to help you. That's how it's like social media can either be used as a tool to build or a weapon to destroy, right?
Right.
And sadly, most of us, and I will say most of us, use it as a weapon to destroy ourselves and destroy everyone around you.
Yep.
Because it's just not managed right. It's used wrong. And that's the guys who designed it that way. So they designed it with evil intentions. Now, I know that sounds very dramatic. It's not a bunch of guys in a boardroom going, oh. Yeah, exactly, twiddling their thumbs in a big long table, you know what I mean, of these elites.
And one guy's got a cat because they just always have a cat on their lap, right?
Yeah, of elites.
Exactly.
And they're all drinking whiskey at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey, that's a Sticks and Stone podcast.
True. But they didn't design it that way. You know, and what they did was, and you've watched the doc. I mean, if you haven't seen the documentary, The Social Dilemma,
yes,
kind of go on there, and it will make you sick of how. Like, I think we're going to talk about today about the effects of it, but The Social Dilemma talks about it does touch on it, but it talks about
the deeper workings,
how it was built. Yeah. The sinister acts behind it.
Yep.
You know, how they brought in people who used to work for Vegas, like, you know, these analysts who designed Las Vegas in ways to get people addicted to gambling and machines. They hired those exact same people, not people like them. Right? Not people who studied with them. Those exact people. You know when the FBI will hire these computer hackers and give them like 6-figure jobs because they know that's how they hire these exact people that are designed to make you addicted to that fucking device in your hand. Yep. You know?
And yeah, I mean, I've been off Facebook. I still have the account because once you make an account, like certain things, you have the virtual reality thing. I can't get rid of it because I'll lose everything.
Me too. I have pictures under that I haven't taken off yet.
Right. But just deleting the app off your phone, or even if you have to take baby steps, delete it. If you have an iPhone, delete it off your homepage.
Yeah.
You can still keep it on there if you want to go look at it for an emergency, like baby steps. Keep it on, delete it from your homepage. It won't be there, won't see it. And then slowly but surely, you won't care to check it anymore. I mean, I just deleted it. I don't have the account deleted, but I just deleted it. So it's probably been a lot of people this past summer who were like, I wished him happy birthday, and he never said thank you. Well, thank you if you did. I just don't have Facebook. But because that's the only way now that people say happy birthday. That's another thing, right? It's like no one calls or texts. It's like, let's just put it on Facebook.
You look like a nice person. And you scroll and you're like, all right, all these people wish me a happy birthday. They don't care.
Yep.
They don't. Like, my friends text me happy birthday.
Exactly.
And I'm happy with that. Like, I don't need someone who saw me do a gig in Pennsylvania who added me as a friend because they thought it was funny. And then they went, oh, happy birthday. Like, you're not my friend. Like, like, I appreciate you and I love the interaction. You saw me at a show. I saw you and we shook hands and we talked. But like, I didn't like not sleep that night because you know what? Jeff never text me or message me happy birthdays. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It's not, none of it is real.
Yep.
You know, and that's that's one, like, there's so many different side effects to social media is and the things that I've fallen guilty of it. And the problem is, like, we were supposed to record last Friday.
Yeah.
And
I came down with the C word, so that's why.
Yeah. The vid. We got the vid. And I had a problem, and I said to myself that day, like, I have a problem today with scrolling on my phone. I have work to do. I'm working on a project. And I was kind of waiting, like, here's the excuse I made, and we can make excuses all the time. So I caught myself in this trap. I sent it to somebody at a movie company. Okay. Someone who I know. And he's like, all right, let me check with the animation department and I'll get back to you, right? So now I hit the wall of where the script is. I got more to go on the script. And I was like, I could have kept going. And I know I could have kept going, but I was like, just scroll and swipe. But like, you know what? I'll wait till he gets back to me because I don't, and I made an excuse for myself. So that Friday, I caught myself. I was like, you have a fucking problem today. You have a problem with scrolling and swiping. You're not being productive. And I'm supposed to be the one who studied all this, who is motivated, who is all that. And I got caught of I just neglected the things I was supposed to do. Now my kids ate food, don't get me wrong. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I showered. I went to the gym. I did all the things that are supposed to be. But the extra work that's supposed to make me and help me move forward in life, I fucking lost it because of
they make those fucking videos. Like, if you watch one funny video, all of a sudden you scroll up, the next one's funny. You ever get caught in that trap too? And you're just like sitting there and you just can't stop. You need to get arthritis in your thumb. We don't recommend cutting your thumbs off. That is one way to stop with social media, but we do not recommend that here.
Absolutely don't.
But what do you think? What do you think it is that people have such a difficult time deleting social media or taking a break from it? Is it that they feel that they're missing out?
I think they feel they're missing out. I do believe most of us, I believe, I'm not saying this is a fact.
Yeah, we know.
Right? This is I genuinely think people are addicted. Yeah. Because it does, when you get a like, when you get a retweet, when you get a tag, it's been proven, I'm not guessing, it's been proven that there is a dopamine rush to your brain. which is the same as if you're having sex, if you're doing drugs,
Right.
right? I have only done one of those things. I don't have 2 heroin babies, so that'll tell you. But it gives you the science has proven it gives you the same dopamine rush as that, right?
Right.
As getting a like, a retweet, a mention, whatever it is on your views, your TikTok. So that's where I was on Friday. Before I answer your question, that's where I was on Friday. Now that I mentioned, I just started doing something new because I told you I'm a moron with technology. So I started posting stand-up clips now on Reels
Finally.
on Instagram, right? Yeah. 1 clip a week I want to put up. And it's like, so I noticed that it had gone to, I think, 8,000 views, right? And I'd never seen a clip go up that fast.
Yeah.
So I kept going in to check it. And I definitely had to have been a dopamine rush. But
Oh,
for me-
100%. And that's just, it is a good feeling too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I have it when we post episodes, you know, I
Right.
want to see how many people have watched it and get in the comments. So
Right.
yeah, and it's good. Like that's the good side of it, right?
Right. Well, it is and it isn't. Like I shouldn't care, and I mean that respectfully to the people who watch the video. I shouldn't
Right.
care if you watched it or not. I just had to put it out there. So if I'm coming to your town to perform,
Yep.
You're gonna go on. You're gonna find like that's funny. That guy's funny. Let me go
Right.
see him. Right.
So that's the good side. Is what I
That's
mean.
the good side. But
then your
I
obsession
was
with
caught up with the obsession
Yeah.
of
Another view.
another view.
Yep.
How could it grow up? Why did it stop?
Yep.
It was going up 10 at a time. Now why did it stop? Are they done now? Why
fucking algorithm.
Why aren't you sharing it? Right. And it's so, but I think that I go back and answer the question. I genuinely think people are addicted. I think it is a dopamine.
Yeah.
Like you do get that hit of dopamine into your system when you get a like and a retweet. And that's the problem, that we put our own value based on your opinion of me
right.
instead of our own inner, like ourselves. Like what do I think of myself? And this is why I keep saying,
Right.
I've said on every single episode so far, you got to build yourself up, lads.
Yep.
You know, it's this is why, you know, as men, we're kind of, we don't do that. We're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to pat ourselves in the back. And if you kind of are, you're arrogant. Like you made the
Yep.
comment about the guys at the gym who flex, and I made a
Yeah.
comment like, yeah, those guys annoy me. And I came away, I was like, you know, he's right. Like, you're right. It's not about ego, but it's like if you put the work. And like those guys used to annoy me because I don't know why. I don't know why they annoy. I genuinely don't know why they annoyed me to see a guy pose in front of a mirror.
And a lot of times, like, and what made me think that way too is you'll see, you know, I've followed bodybuilders and stuff like that because there's times working out and,
Mhm.
you know, guys, nutritionists and stuff. And they always like post pictures too at their worst, right? Whether they were really fat, whether they were
Right.
really skinny. So it shows you it's not just them trying to be cocky or arrogant necessarily. I mean, they're
Yeah.
out there. Those guys are out there. Those kids are out there. Those bros are out there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They're just arrogant assholes. They're out
Mhm.
there. But a majority or anybody what made me think differently was that, like seeing them post that stuff. Like it's all in their mental.
Right.
It's all like, I don't want to
Yeah.
look like that again. That was the worst part of my life. You know?
Yeah. But my point to your comment that you made is like, I would see them do it at the gym.
Right.
I'm like, oh, look at this guy. But then when you made that point, I came and was like, you know what? Corey was right. Like he's 100% right. If you work hard, you know, as men, you know, as another man, I was telling these other men that they're douchebags for taking pictures.
Right.
When no, you were right. Like they 100% have to build up. They put the work in. They should get a chance to review it. But the problem is with social media is, and I've been guilty of it, is from a comedic point of view. Like I have so many friends who are comedians.
Yep.
Hilarious guys.
Mhm.
Some not so hilarious. And I mean that respectfully. It's just my taste in comedy. It doesn't mean they're not funny to me. I just really okay. That's their art form. So, but all of a sudden they're posting these massive theater rooms. Like, why am I not doing that? I know I'm just as funny as that guy. And you start to compare yourself.
Yes.
And that is the danger of, and I know these same comics will tell me, the same guys, I'm like, well, you're happy for them, right?
Yep.
I'm very happy for them. Like when my friend Chris Roach got that sitcom with Kevin James, right? There's a few people I heard talk about him behind his back, but I was 100% jealous.
Mhm.
Why didn't I get it? I'm just as funny as Roach. But realizing that, like, no, that's not how it works, idiot. He needed a tall, goofy guy to be his friend. Like, you don't fit in. This Irish guy who it works out a lot. It's like he doesn't fit in the show.
Right.
But 100% I was jealous. But mostly I was so excited for my friend who got that.
Right.
But there's so many people that weren't. There's so many people that are damaged that they wanted to kind of, instead of looking within themselves,
Mhm.
see what's good about them, they
Yeah.
wanted to tear him down.
Right.
for
So
that
instead of
success.
exactly. So instead of them tearing
know?
themselves out, they're tearing him down to
Yeah.
make themselves feel better.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like that inner devil in you.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
I'm just so guilty, man. I was so
Yeah.
guilty of being jealous of other people. And that's the thing with social media is people's highlight reels.
Right.
That's all it is. It's and you're out of your mind if you think anything different. Like I remember clearly driving not too far from where we are today.
Mhm.
There's a farm community, maybe 5 minutes from here, and I'm driving by, and the sun was setting, and it was either pumpkin season or sunflowers, whatever it was.
Mhm.
And there was these girls, and they were standing with their boyfriends, and they're like taking this picture of her holding up something as the sun was setting behind her.
Right.
And I got stuck in traffic because it was a popular farm area.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the window, and she's smiling, taking a picture, whatever. And then he takes the picture. She looks at the camera. She shakes her head. He puts his hands up. They start arguing back, like legit arguing back and forth. He goes back, take two. The smile is on her face. So
Yeah.
she did that 4 times, but by the time the traffic moved, between traffic lights and just people, I'm letting people out, people letting people in and out. 4 times I saw it. So now when you go onto social media
Yeah.
and look at Becky's picture, she had the best day with her boyfriend.
Yep.
She had the best. Look
It
at
only
that.
took 30 takes to get that
Look at
best.
that picture. Just look at it. She had the
You know?
best. Why can't you take me out
Yep.
to pick sunflowers and pumpkins, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
and let me tell you, do you think, and just from a man's side too, I mean, ladies, that's a pain in the ass for us when we have to take a million fucking photos, and I have to do it. My fiance, you know what I mean? We go out. It's because we want to enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like good photos. I
Yeah.
can have photos, but it's like we don't enjoy that. I don't think there's really a lot of men out there that enjoy taking a million pictures of his significant other in different poses. It's like, let's just enjoy while we're here, you know?
I don't know, but for me, it's weird because I grew up in Ireland, not just me, but everybody.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, let's feel sorry for Mick Thomas right now. But I grew up poor in a poor country, right? So no one had a camera. Right. So there's very few. I was talking about with my wife the other night. It was like I was talking about the Amy Winehouse documentary. There's so many videos and pictures of her. You know what I mean? Before she was famous. And I was like, if I make it, like, there's 2 pictures of me as a kid. 2. I swear to God. 2 pictures.
Yep.
One is me on stage lip syncing to a song when I was 10, and another one is sitting on a kitchen table with my 2 brothers and 1 sister at the time. My other sister wasn't born. 2 pictures of me as a kid. So if I ever make it, and they're doing no documentary on me, they're gonna have to just get kids. Right? So I never grew up with a camera and that kind of stuff in my house. So for me, like when I go watch my kids like play, do concerts, cellos, act, I never take my phone out.
Mhm.
Now I did when my son was doing Christmas Carol because I watched all 27 of his performances. I was like, I could take it out. But I sat there, I lived in the moment.
Yep.
Whereas every other parent is behind the phone.
Yep.
Because that's what they're doing, and you're missing the moment.
Yeah.
You're capturing the moment for what?
Yep.
To share with Nana, to share with their aunts and uncles? No, like fuck that. Be in the moment.
Yep.
Like stop trying to capture it to put online to make your life feel relevant when it's just your life is relevant.
You know,
matter.
And it's crazy. Like I had my grandmother pass away, right? So we went to her wake over September last year, and it's going to be so different when we go now because you go and you're looking at all these like old photographs that you've never seen, you know, for the first time. And now you're actually seeing everything. Like, look at the good time they had there. Look at the good time they had.
Black and white pictures.
Black and white pictures. But just now, everything and everybody's doing is right in your face constantly. Constantly now. You know, it's just like no memories. It's nothing. There's no memories anymore.
It's the same picture. It's like, now granted, I have come across pictures of my kids. I'm like, holy shit, remember that? Remember? But the weird thing is, like, I have this conversation all the time. Like, I remember my kids at every stage of their life. I genuinely remember. You know, and I think
like you have to go through 5 million pictures now of someone when they pass away to figure out what photos you're going to use.
Yeah, which
you know?
one?
And a million of them is probably a picture of like a steak dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What they're eating and everything.
Just take the picture. Just take, like it's that's all it is. It's not real. It's highlight reels. It's filters. It's just not real. And you start to break yourself down because you are not happy within because you're comparing your actual life to their highlight reels. And that's what I'm saying. That girl with the sunflower and the pumpkins, whatever it was, that's a miserable day. I can guarantee that's a miserable day. If not for her, well, no, it would be for her because she's arguing with her boyfriend or fiance, whatever they were. That's a miserable day. But when you click on Becky's page, Becky had the best day. You know what? I had to work till fucking whatever time. I didn't get a chance to go take sunflower pictures. So now you think that you got to get up and go take these pictures. You have to have one of these moments. Okay? when you start comparing yourself, and that's where like real depression comes in, especially for men. Like when I walk in, I used to do it. I stopped following all workout pages because I have the knowledge. I know how to work out. I know what to do. I stopped. I would follow all these workout guys and go like, why I don't look like that guy? I'm busting my ass. I don't look like that guy. I would compare myself. My comic friends, I would mute a lot of them, not unfollow them. I can't keep looking at that. But then I sat down, I got better at that because I would talk to them and realize they're in the same boat.
Right.
So that I just think you have to be like, I saw your video. You can edit this out if you don't want to talk about it, but like I saw your video of your proposal, right?
Yeah.
And it was amazing, right? It was an amazing
Thank
video. It was so like, it was just beautiful, romantic, that kind of stuff. But I know for a fact there's at least one female out there that fucking hates that video because it wasn't hers, or hers wasn't as nice. Nothing to do with, she doesn't love the guy she's with.
I didn't post it either, by the way. Just want to let you know that.
But I'm just saying, but I guarantee there's people that saw it. There's one girl out there, not saying that she's not happy for you and your fiance and all that stuff, but she's out there and she's like
comparing.
She like, because she got proposed to not as nice. I'm doing air quotes for those listening. I didn't get now. So now what you've done is you're taking away your own value of your own fiance, your own proposal, your own fact that this guy said, hey, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you. You're the one person. I get one go around in this whole planet. I do my life one time and I decide to give it all to you here, have everything I am. I want to fucking marry you. I went there and I bought it. I did this, that, the other. I want to spend the rest of my life. And you go like, yeah, but I saw Corey's one and I want to do it. Wasn't as good as that one.
But here's the chain reaction too, because when you see somebody else get proposed to, right? On faith, like, or we did, or she, like, or if you have your, your girlfriend at the time and she sees how somebody was proposed to and you're like, oh, that was really nice. That was really sweet. What are you doing in the back of your head? You're like, all right, I got to do something. Right. Try to outdo that or do something close.
Yeah.
Right?
Outdo it.
I can't just get on my knee in my fucking kitchen. Yep. You know what I mean? I can't do that. I mean, I just say they should love you no matter what. You get there's been stories out there. I know people that have been proposed to and they're like, it was great. It was sweet. Maybe she's just being nice.
Right.
But I couldn't have done that. She'd be like, get up, do it again. Let's figure out another place. There's no fucking way.
I proposed in the most. I can't tell because I never got permission to tell the story.
And I'm not shitting on you if you did it however you did it.
But I wouldn't change a thing. I swear to God, I'll tell you off air. And if I get permission to tell the story online, because I don't know what, I don't want to cross the line.
Yeah.
But it was the most, like, if I told you how it was, you'd be like, what? That was it? Like, what?
Mine was put out there, I think, before I even finished the proposal. So
right.
It's not like I could say, let me see if I can talk about it. It's probably live streamed, exactly. Knowing my sister, it would probably live streamed.
But yeah, man. So now, but my point is that people, they're comparing social media, right?
Yep.
Your highlight reel of that day.
Yep.
And I'm sure there was some shitty moments getting to the location,
setting everything up. You have no idea. They had to run her to the store.
But to them, it went off like a smooth as a cucumber, or as cool as a cucumber. Smooth as a something that's smooth.
Yeah.
And you did that, but there's someone out there that theirs was not as nice as yours. So now they're not satisfied.
Yep.
And that goes with everything. Some people post pictures of their houses. They're not happy. They look online, their friends. Listen, you've been to my house. Your house is probably 3 times, maybe 4 times bigger than mine.
I love your house.
And and I'm not just saying, I love my house because I'm a simple person. Mm-hmm. My house is, I walk in, everything I need. I love my house. I love being there with my family. It's just, I love the location. I genuinely it's only recently I started thinking, like, maybe I would love to move down south on a lake where I could just write my do comedy, whatever.
You and me both.
Yeah, but like what comedy goes on a lake, you asshole? But I genuinely love my house now. But if I was the type of person that I would come here and I'm like, or go to your house, right? I would go to your place and it's like, his house is fucking 4 times bigger than mine, right? That you got to look within, and that's the point of thing, and that really helps with depression. It goes back to building yourself up and to anxiety and that kind of stuff. If you build yourself up to be so happy, to find inner peace, and it sounds like I sound like a guru now, but if you can build up inner peace within yourself, be satisfied with what you are, who you are, what you have, appreciation for what you have, then none of the outside matters. Yeah. None of that stuff, none of those highlight reels matter.
Nope. And as a man too, it's good to have friends when you can talk about your low points or your low things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it happens with friends, with everything's always great. Everything's always good. You're getting that, I'm getting this, you're getting that. Oh, I want to do this. You know what I mean? But you both can be going through hard times with shit. So when you sometimes can open up with that right person about shit that you're going through, There's a stress relief, you know?
That's exactly what it is.
Because it's a very competitive world and social media and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
it's hard. That's why I got rid of Facebook. Because if I had Facebook, I'm sure I'll still be seeing things. It's like, fuck, why don't I have that? Why am I not doing that? Because it just comes with it. As much as you got to look within, it's hard.
I did get rid of Facebook.
You know, you're fighting a bunch of, as you said, people who know what the fuck they're doing with their programming. You know?
I got rid of Facebook. I got rid of Twitter. Because it's too.
Twitter I never had because I'm not good at hashtagging.
It's not even political. It's gone so political to the point where I genuinely don't care. Like if you look in the window, if you look into the window of the world or look through the keyhole to the world of social media, the world is burning.
Right.
You know, it's burning down. Biden is this, Trump was that. You believe this, illegal immigrants are allowed to vote. They're all coming
That's
in.
it.
This person did that. I got to call this person a he
This
now.
person died who didn't really die.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, I'm so upset about Bob Saget. Did you know him?
Yeah.
Like all this, the world is burning. The world's a terrible place. But then you look at your backyard.
Yeah.
My kid is there. My dogs are running around.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you know what? If I don't look in this window,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. And that's what most of them were. So, and I didn't have the time to clean it up. Like I didn't have the time to go in and unfollow. I didn't want to. So I got rid of Facebook. I got rid of Twitter. I still have TikTok, which is kind of mental, which is a mental patience place. That is just like insane. That when you go in and that's the one. The guys who designed TikTok are the guys from Vegas that designed that. When you scroll, it's the same effect.
Yep.
The same guys who designed the arm when you pull the arm on a slot machine. They're the same guys that said that's what TikTok is. You just swipe up. It's the same guys who pull the arm.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's the science behind it insane. But
you know, and another thing too is like with that comparison, now they find that because everyone uses millennials, right? As millennials or millenniums?
Millennials,
that's the word.
both, I guess, but millennials.
But they use them as an example, right? For a gauge for everything. There's more. You would think in the world we live in now, they'd be smarter with finances and stuff like that. They're in more debt. Why? Because you go online and there's a person and he's standing in these mountains in Peru.
Yep.
And a guy goes, I want to do that. Can't be that expensive, right? And then they're going in debt to go to Peru to take the same fucking pictures.
Yep.
The same pictures as the guy you saw on social media to let people know it's the act as if rule, right? Act as if I'm having a great life and maybe I'll have a great life. You don't have to go to Peru to have a great life. You don't have to. And there's companies and, we'll post it on our page. I was talking with a bunch of comics the other night at the comic strip, and I was showing these pictures, and they couldn't believe it. There's a company you can go to because my friend has somewhat of a company like that where he rents out his Lamborghinis.
Yep.
So you could be a girl, you go into this place, hot girl, someone will do your makeup, right? Give you Gucci dresses. I don't know what's popular. What's a good dress? Gucci, JC Penney, all the hits. Top of the line clothing, right? They'll take a video of you getting out of a Lamborghini, and the saddest one of all is there's a little booth, right?
Yeah.
Big, maybe half the size of this studio, and you sit in it as a girl, and it's a fake jet, and all it is like a little cube, and it looks like when they take that picture and you're looking out the window, it looks like you're on a private jet. Right. And I'll post that picture because people don't believe me that exists.
That's crazy.
It's a company. So these girls who were, I guess, attractive.
Yep.
They are attractive. I don't want to lie and say, not giving them credit. They're gorgeous women, right? And some guys too, handsome guys. They'll spend the $5,000. They'll go to this and they'll get maybe 800 shots or whatever they pay for the photographer, like $5,000. They'll pay. They'll go to this company. They'll get out of a Lamborghini. They'll be dressed up in the top clothes. They'll have the nice watches.
Yep.
And they give all that shit back and they go home back to their normal life. But now what happens is they post it. They use the right hashtags. And now all of a sudden,
crazy.
We are going to follow him because look at this guy. He's traveling everywhere he goes. Now,
the fact that's even legal.
The fact that look, I've nothing against that, but the fact that we fall for it, is what
false advertising, right?
Me. It's not even false advertising. False advertising is hey,
I guess, but
this drink here will make you lift 4 times your weight.
But you're false advertising yourself, is what I'm saying.
Right,
like, which
you're
is
playing
still,
the game.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
My point is that you do that now, right? So you get in that Lamborghini, you got that big watch, you're in that nice clothes, you get out of the Lamborghini, and all of a sudden you're on a private jet, and you're flying over and what looks like Bali, whatever. I'm like, what? I want Corey's life. How does he get it? So many people are checking in to see where Corey's going. So now you're getting paid for this. So what do? You go back to the company again. I need a different Lamborghini. I need a different set and different watches. And that's your income of just doing shit. And people don't believe me when I say that. I'm going to post a picture of a girl sitting in a fake fucking booth. Just a fake booth. Like it's like a factory floor.
Right.
And she's all in her like Louis Vuitton shoes with the red bit at the bottom, the big glasses, and she's just sitting there and she's like, yeah, this happens all the time. You know what I mean? She's not like Like if I was ever on a private jet, I'm like, holy shit, peanuts for free. I can do with this is free.
Wait, there's chess. I can play chess on the
yeah.
plane. There's a chessboard because there's always a chessboard.
People do that, man, and that's what we get caught up in, and that's where like the mental. That's where we get depressed because like I'm not that. Well, they're not that either.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, they're not that either.
The grass isn't always greener, as I said,
it's
right?
really not, man. And
They're standing on that one patch of green grass that they have around them.
So these people are in debt because they want to go to those places that these people didn't really go to, or if they did, they saved up all their money, went to go into the companies.
Yep.
There's companies in Thailand that do. There's companies in Bali that does it. There's New Zealand does it. Australia has them. Alaska does them, where they're in the most beautiful settings, and all it is a factory floor. You fly to that factory, and it makes
It's
it
like a
seem
theme
like
park for
that's what
for
it
people
is.
that want to.
That's all it is. And then you're investing your money hoping you get your return back on likes. So Instagram, TikTok pay you because you know what, this guy got 2 million likes. So maybe we should not only just maybe hey, when you're on that flight, can you drink a can of Red Bull?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's how it works. But we look up to those people and we want to be those people. And all they did was they played a game that's not real. And you are comparing your real life, which is beautiful. Which is beautiful if you allow it to be beautiful. Your life can be just stunning. Meaning it can be happiness. It can be get off your ass and do your own stuff.
Yep.
You know, you can find where you are, you just beauty somewhere. You're a bus ride away for, you know what I mean? If you live in the slums of some city, you can get on a bus for $7 and go to Pennsylvania. If you're in Ireland, the whole country is beautiful. You know what I mean? If you're whatever country you're listening to this in, there's beauty no matter where you go in your country. You don't need to go onto Instagram and then fly to these tropical places to recreate stuff that's not real when your life is beautiful.
Yep.
So these people are now in debt to create this life. So now you're starting off behind the ball. Or your real life hasn't even started yet. You've dumped so much money into this life that's not real.
Yep.
You know?
And I do give credit though when people post stuff like that at the captions. Some of the captions are pretty thoughtful. It's always like something weird, right? It's like moments like these to be in a moment like this.
Right.
It's always something like
felt
crazy
stressed, had to get away.
Had to get away.
Did you have to get away on your jet and go somewhere?
Yeah. Sparkling diamond like the sun above me. Like it's always some fucking crazy stuff. But I mean, it gets me, you know, with social media. Like I've succumbed to it. If you look at my page, it's like 4,000 selfies of my picture in the truck, you know? I mean, growing up, I was very unhappy with my physique and the way I looked and all that stuff like that. So it gets to a point, it's like, all right, I post this and people like it. And you're like, oh, it feels good, you know? All right.
It's that dopamine rush.
It's that dopamine rush. And everybody does it. Everybody. Whether you're married, you're dating, like you do that. You don't post. What are you posting a selfie for yourself? Why?
Right.
Why?
Right.
The only reason you're doing it is because you like when people hit the heart button.
That's it. I would post a joke on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just like a quick line. Hey guys, it turns out blah 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 blah. And I would get like 2 likes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe it's just not funny. Maybe I posted the wrong time of day. Yeah, that's what happened. I posted. You know what? Let me take it down and post it at 7 o'clock when people are home on their phones. And then then it gets 4 likes. I'm like, oh no, that's terrible. Yeah. I was going to do that joke on stage, but now I'm not going to do it. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It just we get caught up in that. So we know it causes depression. We know it causes anxiety. We know you can go broke from it. It messes with your sleep because your phone it's like a UV light that comes off it, and the UV light is a simulation of what the sun is. So if you lay in bed with a UV light in your face, right, your body stops releasing melatonin because your body's like, oh, we don't get the sun's up, so we're not sleeping now. And your body's like, no, we don't need to. Why? Because the sun's up.
Right.
So your body thinks that the sun is you're lying there in your bed on your phone or your iPad or your laptop, or if you're on the couch just before you go to bed when you're watching a movie. Right? And TVs don't give off those type of lights, but you're watching a movie and all of a sudden, like, this big yawn comes in, like, let me watch the last few minutes of this and I'll go to bed or whatever it is. Let me finish up what I'm doing and go to bed. If you're on your phone, you're like, nope. Your body's like, there's no melatonin being released into your system. So now your body, you're popping Z-Quil, which I'm a fan of, like a little cork full of Z-Quil once in a while. Right? And you're like, I can't sleep, doctor. You know, maybe I've got.
Mick likes the syrup.
Right,
Is that what it is?
Syrup. But like now you're going to the doctor, like, I got sleep apnea. Do you? Why? What's wrong? Like, I don't know why I can't sleep. Well, you know why? Because your body is not releasing melatonin anymore because you're telling it the sun is up. Like that's like you go to Alaska and it's like sun for like 30 days. I think it
was like 6 months of sun. I think it's something
6
else.
months. That could be, you could be right.
That's fucking crazy.
I know they do 30 days of night because they made a movie about it.
Maybe you're right. I don't.
There's 30 days of night, but I think it is 6 months actually. Now that you mentioned it. I mean, we're not all about facts.
No, nope.
But so like those people, they either move out or they have to put special blinds up in their houses and that kind of stuff. So like, because you can't sleep if the sun is awake. Like even though you might say like I'm tired, I'm gonna go sleep.
Yeah.
But your body's like, no, the sun is up.
Yeah.
That's what your DNA has been structured for for millions of years.
I could never take naps. One of those reasons.
I can't either. I'm not a napper.
I can't.
I envy those people.
Yeah.
When I used to work in a bank, I'd go to my car at lunchtime because you don't want to sit with anybody.
Yeah.
And you would like put the seat back and like, all right, I'm gonna nap now.
Yeah.
And maybe there's one occasions like where I was like doing shows too, so I would get home late at night.
Right.
And I would just lie in bed. I would get home at 2 a.m, get up, go to the bank at like for 8 o'clock. And then it's like, I'll sleep in my car. And then if I did fall asleep for 5 minutes, my day was ruined.
Yeah, like
my day was ruined.
Yeah, I can take if you've been up all night or you had 3 hours of sleep or 2 hours of sleep or a rough night like the night before, then yeah, I can nap. But I know people that get their 8 hours of sleep and then it's like 2:30 comes along like, oh, I'm gonna take a nap. It's like,
yeah,
how the fuck?
I wish
I
could
can't sleep late either. She can sleep late. I'm like, how do people sleep late? How do they sleep I can't sleep.
Yeah, I'm not a late sleeper at all. In any way, like I just have to get up. That's just who I am. Though. Maybe
getting off topic here. I'm sorry.
It's fine. That's just who I am with my just productive wise. I guess I feel more productive when I'm up early, and I feel guilty for sleeping in. I really do. Like I just feel like I should have wasted time, and that's why I was on Friday. I'm like I wasted so much time just fucking scrolling through this goddamn TikTok, goddamn,
And now and. Let me get on to like the whole. I mean, we're on YouTube. I love YouTube. We need YouTube. But it's just crazy now. Like with my son, with the younger kids, that's what it is. Like that's their entertainment now. Is going on YouTube and watching all these like crazy videos of people opening toys or and it bothered me because like I'm like, dude. He wanted to watch these, whatever, this dad, and I'm like, let's go play. You and I can go play. I'm not going to sit here and let you watch some guy and his son playing opening toys and playing park rangers, and then, I mean, good for them. They're making money, whatever they're doing, but I'm like, let's just go outside and go fucking shoot the Nerf gun. Let's do it ourselves. I'm like, it's crazy now, and that these kids love this stuff, and it's
I'll buy you that thing they're looking at.
Yeah,
like, let's
exactly.
go. I'm like, no, I don't want to put it down.
Yeah. It's like it's just wild now, and they get sucked into it, and then before you know it, it's just a crazy world with all the social media shit. You know, you have the Twitch where people get paid to be on camera playing video games,
playing video games. Actually, but the thing about that is when it comes to kids on it too, it's like I don't. I let my kids on it.
Right. Okay. The Twitch or the
not Twitch. Just they haven't set up the technology to do it. My daughter's really good with technical stuff, but she has no desire to set it up. They're gamers, as in PC. They don't do Xbox or PlayStation.
Gotcha.
Both kids have one now, the PC. But I'm not going to take them away from technology because, listen, that's the world.
And it's the world we live in. I know.
You know what I mean? It's like if we were kids.
We're at that age where
and
it's
then
just
your
like.
dad took away from like stuff that, you know what I mean? Like, well, no shoes for you. But everyone's wearing shoes. No. When I grew up, I didn't have shoes, so you're not going to have shoes. It doesn't make sense. So the world is moving, and it is in that way now. We are part of technology, but
the Walkmans. Well, that stuff came out where you just plugged in and not listen to anybody in the world, right? That was
that was it.
But
now it's just like, but the problem is the social media, and it's like, listen, depression in teenage.
I mean, how many? Not to bring it up again, but like suicides in young kids because of social media.
100%. But you have online bullying because, like, remember in school you got bullied? Like, you went home and you were fine. Like, all right, I'll deal with that asshole tomorrow. Or whatever. But now the bullying doesn't stop on social media. Right?
No,
it doesn't stop. Now they can videotape the bullying too. Like, so you're getting humiliated twice.
Yeah, it's not like you get, you go home and I'll get to take care of it tomorrow. You talk to somebody, and then when you go back to school, and then you deal with it. Now it's just, as you said, it's around the clock thing.
There's a number that,
there's a group of people they're reaching. It's not just a small circle in school anymore.
That's it. This guy was wearing horrible shoes today.
Yeah,
it's like everybody. So now you go home thinking like, shit, I'm wearing horrible shoes today.
Yep.
This is an exaggerated number, but it's close to it. I think over 3,000% of depression went up in teenage girls alone. And I know this is anxiety.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
girls,
when it comes to that.
3,000%.
Wow.
That's ridiculous because of
that's insane.
Online bullying and comparison yourselves to filters and what these girls have and what they don't have. You know what I mean? What and same with the boys, like what they have, what I don't have, and it goes right back to what I was saying.
And that's why, I mean, I think a way to stop that is the kids getting off of Facebook for a little bit. Get off it. If your child's running into problems with bullying and shit like that, delete the Facebook. There's nothing that they can tag. There's nothing, and she's got to go back to just dealing with them in school. But it's a better way to help. I mean, it's fucked up,
right? It's I used to do a joke about it too. It was like when you get bullied in school, you got bullied really
Yeah.
bad. Now you're just like, oh no, I got bullied.
Yeah.
Just plug it out.
That's it. Exactly.
It's gone.
That's really what it is now, right? Because
Well, but the sad thing is a lot of the online bullies are people who know the person.
yeah,
You
and
know
they're
what I
going
mean?
through their own shit. It's just a cycle of fucked up.
But you know, that's another topic
Yeah.
for another day about bullies and that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
I
But-
can't wait for that one.
Yeah, but yeah, so that like I mean, if anything to take away from social media is that listen, it's not real life.
Nope.
It's financially killing you. It's messing with your sleep.
Yep.
It's messing with your health, and above all, it's messing with your mental health.
Yep.
It's not real. It's a comparison.
Pull the curtains up.
That's all it is, man. It's all it
You
is.
know?
So, like, you want some tips how to deal with it? Like, what I do is, I tried. Like, I go out without my phone all the time.
Mhm.
Like when I sit down watching a movie or TV show, like I miss so many. When this was a problem for me, social media, people go, "What did you get that show?" And I go, "I didn't like it." But you know what? I didn't watch it. The
Yeah.
show was on, like Boardwalk Empire. I remember
Yeah.
everyone says Boardwalk Empire is a great show. I was like, I didn't like it, and I went back and I rewatched it without me having.
Yeah.
I watched it like I watched the TV show.
Yep.
But I'm scrolling through my phone too to see what was going on. I'm like, you know what? You didn't watch the show, asshole.
Yeah.
You watched your phone. You watched the show while
Yep.
in between who was doing this. So you didn't watch it. So I went back and rewatched it. So I just, whenever I watch them on TV, I just leave my phone on the other side of the room. I don't go near it. I put
That's
it
good.
down. I still get, like, once in a while, I used to, I don't get anymore. Did you ever get phantom buzzes in your pocket?
Yes. I
That'll
got
tell
that when I used, because I have the Apple Watch. That used to happen
Yeah.
a lot too, because I'd feel like the watch was going off and I don't even have it on. It's like, the phantom vibrating.
Like, and like military get
it's
that. Like,
crazy.
they used to have a leg. They step on a landmine. Sadly, they've lost their leg.
Yeah.
And like for years later, all of a sudden they wake up with like a pain in your knee that's no longer there anymore. Phantom pain.
Crazy.
I would get that. I was like, why is my
Yep.
pocket vibrating? And there's nothing in there.
I mean, the feeling, right? And that's another problem. I'm
Nothing
sure.
in there.
That's the feeling of just your phone dying and you can't charge it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's like, oh, my whole world just completely shut off.
I was on the ferry this week actually, and I knew my phone was going to die.
Yeah.
But I was a bit annoyed because there's nothing to do on the ferry.
Right.
I was like, but I'm listening to a really nice audiobook and his phone's going to die any second, any second. You know what? It died.
Yeah.
And I went up on deck and I
Yeah.
just took in the stars. Like, I know that sounds like
Yeah.
hippie-ish, but I just stayed outside. It was a freezing night, but I stood
Yeah.
behind one of the cabins so
Yep.
the wind couldn't get me. I'm out there looking at the ocean.
Yep.
I'm looking at the stars, the moon. Like, you know what? I'm just better off from doing. Like, I don't
Yeah,
care
I'm
my
good.
phone. I don't care, but I do panic because I need my GPS on it. That's
Right.
That's the thing. But with the social media is like, if you can just leave your phone, just start practicing leaving your phone, because you are addicted to. We are addicted to it right
Yep.
now. So the thing is to use it for go online, unfollow the
Yeah.
people that are not enriching your life. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool to look at some things, right? It's
Yep.
cool to look at, but just if it's not enriching your life, just unfollow it, get rid of it. Start filling up your pages with either your friends, like your legit friends, things that are helpful for you, that help you grow, just things that are not, I hate
Yeah.
using the word toxic because it's overused, but if it's anything that's going to make you compare,
Yeah.
I wish I had that, get rid of it because
And-
it's not needed.
I agree. And the minute I deleted it, I felt like I got my life back. It's weird. You feel like you cut a leash off you and you're
And
like,
you feel also kind of not, I don't use the word superior,
yeah.
but you're almost like
Yep.
kind of enlightened.
Yeah.
You're like, these people don't know.
They don't know.
Like, I'm out of this.
You're like
but
the one sheep that decides to leave.
You're like, you're
the
still in
group of
there.
sheep.
I'm out
Yeah,
here
that's it.
walking
I'm
without
free.
it. It's
Yeah.
really, it's a great feeling, man. When and you know what? Have no
no one's
desire.
trying to wrangle me.
I had
Yeah.
no desire to go back to Facebook. I had no desire to go back to Twitter. Like I said, and it's just like, and the only reason, if I wasn't a comedian, I would not have any of it.
Yeah.
Because I just got to promote. I just have to promote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm at the Borgata in Atlantic
Yeah,
City.
you have to. That's
You know
just
what
the
I mean? I
good
gotta
side
tell
of it.
people
Like
that.
we need it for certain things. We do it. It's not that we need it, but it's just it helps in a lot of ways. It does it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think there's a line where it's worse. It's more of a downside to it than an upside.
Yeah.
I guess.
I
you
believe
know?
it, right? And also,
So-
like, you know, to help you just like live in the moment, live in
Yeah.
the moment of your life,
Yep.
right? Like, when you go on vacation, go on vacation.
Yeah.
Take your pictures and share them when you get back.
And I almost like, I hate seeing pictures. I rather someone be like, you shouldn't have been there. You got to go. It's beautiful. It's
Right.
gorgeous. You go to top of this mountain and you'll see this
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
sunset. You got to go. It's insane. It's like, all
Right.
right, I don't want to see the pictures. Don't show me. And even though you got them, like, I
Just-
want to go.
right.
I want to fucking go. And then when I come back, I could be like, oh my God, you were so right. It was amazing. You
Like,
know what I mean? And then we could share pictures if we have
Like,
them.
I'll go to Disney with my kids coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah.
We're going down south.
Nice.
So we'll go to Disney. We'll go to South Carolina and stuff. I'll take pictures. Nobody will see them.
Yeah.
Like I might post, you know what I mean?
Well, you got to have pictures too, right? You have to have
No,
it for
but
your own
like,
shoebox.
you won't see them. The public will not
Yeah.
see them. They're just my pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, you know what? I'm gonna go live in the moment. I'm gonna be with my family.
Yep.
And that's all it is. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like, I see so many people posting pictures
Yeah.
like of their vacation while they're still on
Yeah.
vacation. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, enjoy it.
Like I understand. Like I get
Yeah.
it. But you're living your life for you,
Yeah.
not for everybody else's opinion.
But but when you are, that's
Mhm.
a problem too, right? When all those posts come up, they're living for everybody
Like,
else's opinion.
see, look where I am. See,
Yep.
I'm doing just as good for a minute. You're
And
doing
anybody
great.
who comes at us angry about what we're saying here, I mean, listen, do you? But anybody that gets angry about what we're saying here, it's because we're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and I'm not sorry.
But-
I'm not sorry if any of this upsets you. I'm really not. You know, it's like the amount of couples that are online that are holding hands and taking
Yeah.
pictures. Like, I know them.
Yeah,
They're not happy.
yeah,
Like, and I'm not shitting on anybody right now. Like, I'm really not. So you got to stop comparing. You know,
Yep.
I go right back to what I said about your proposal, which was a beautiful looking proposal. There's
There's a
some
lot of
girl.
and manxiety behind that proposal.
I'm sure it was. But there's a lot of people, I won't say a lot, I'm guaranteed that someone saw that. Probably a female, forgive me, ladies,
Yeah.
but it probably more than likely was a female. A guy probably didn't give a shit. Or else a guy felt,
The guy
"Ah,
was probably,
shit."
that's what the guy felt. He's
I
like,
gotta do
oh,
this now?"
you motherfucker. Now I got to
Right.
compete with you. Come on.
Yeah. I remember back in
What?
Ireland, one of my best friends, Tommy Farrell, shout out to Tommy. When I was late teens, I think it was late teens, I was dating this girl and he was dating his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend would go away to college every weekend and come home. I should go every week and she would come home every weekend.
Right.
From Wexford to Dublin. And every time she would come home, I would buy like a teddy bear somewhere. I would
Yeah.
meet her at the bus stop, give her a teddy bear. And we would go get Chinese food or whatever. It was like a ritual. And teddy bear, Chinese food, gifts, teddy bear. And my friend Tommy, who was with his girlfriend at the same time, didn't buy her shit. So now when Valentine's or her birthday came around, like, well, how am I supposed to top this fucking every
Right.
week thing? Right? And I would stress about like I'm the guy that gives a teddy bear every week. And you go to her house and just full of teddy bears. You couldn't move for teddy bears. And then Tommy would like once a year, here you go, I got you a teddy bear. And his girlfriend would just crumble with, you're so kind and amazing. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Because she compared no teddies to
Yeah.
hundreds of teddies when really Tommy was a good guy. Like
Yeah.
Tommy was a good boyfriend. He was a nice guy, but he just didn't buy teddies every week.
Right.
But when he bought one teddy,
Yep.
she was finally, I got my teddy. Instead of just like, you got a good guy. Be happy you got a good guy. Stop
Yeah.
comparing
Yep.
the amount of teddies
Right.
that you don't have to the teddy you do have. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was just, and I remember going, what am I doing?
Yep.
Like, what am I doing? You know? And it's, but anyway, to go back, like I said, to your proposal, there's going to be some guy out there going, now I got to do this.
Yeah.
And it's some girl that, well, why didn't he do that? Instead of like, you got someone that loves you, he just proposed, meaning he's proposed to spend the rest of his life with you. He's giving you that proposal.
Yeah.
Just be grateful for what you have in your life. Get rid of social media. It's not real. Keep the people on there that literally help you grow. If you look at somebody's page and go, I wish I was, like if you look at somebody and they're having a night out, like, oh man, that looks like fun.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. They call me up. I didn't want to go out, but that looks like fun.
Yep.
Keep those people around you.
Yeah.
But if it comes to something out there, just get rid of it. And I know it sounds like I'm not supposed to be giving advice or whatever, but this is what worked for me.
Yep.
Anything where you feel inadequate,
Mhm.
get rid of it. It's because number one, it's not real, but number two, it's not helping your mental health.
Yeah.
It's not helping you at all. And especially as men, we not compare ourselves to everything, but we want to make sure we're doing the right thing. We're doing a good job. But then if you see someone out there that looks like you're doing a better job, you're going to doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't doubt yourself.
like again, get rid of social. If you can get rid of it, get rid
Yeah.
of it. Work on yourselves.
Yep.
Work on yourselves. Now we're at the toughest time of the year for depression. You know, now is the time to change gears.
Yep.
Shut it down and just focus on yourself. You know what? And maybe 6 months, then post your stuff and then see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
See how you feel.
And as
But-
I said, I'll still go back to what I said last podcast. You know, when you're take a picture of yourself at rock bottom. So then when you're
Yeah.
on the mountaintop, you know, and if you feel like, fuck, shit, I can't do this anymore, or
Yeah.
you're feeling down, you know, look at that. Watch that video of yourself telling you, you know, no, stay up there.
Yeah.
You know,
No, absolutely.
and,
Like,
and you don't need anybody else. And once you can watch that and still continue to push forward, you don't need anybody else. You know, you helped yourself.
That's it, man. And that's
And you need to learn to lean on yourself.
yeah, and that's the message. Build yourself up.
Yep.
And so when you compare yourself to you
Mm-hmm.
and look within yourself, find that inner peace within yourself that makes you happy. Find that just the being that you are as a person, as an entity,
Yeah.
and be happy with what you are, who you have in your life. When you go onto social media, it's not just make sure, like I said, I opened up the podcast with saying you can either use social media as a tool to build or a weapon to destroy.
Yep.
And I would just say, listen, use it as a tool to build. And that's what that's kind of the message I want to,
Well said.
Having said that, follow us on all social media platforms.
All social media, subscribe below, Instagram, YouTube.
Anyway, thanks so much for listening, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.